And I just discovered a very big problem. Okay, original tire. Pilot Street 2 that I bought. Yo, what's up, Duff here. What you see is my Inmotion V12S. An Inmotion V12S with the stock tire. I love the V12S with one caveat. Ever since I've gotten the wheel, if I get the speeds like 25 miles an hour or above, it feels a little wobbly to me. I don't like the sensation, and the way that I've been dealing with it is when I get to those speeds, I start carving, and I basically just carve back and forth, and then it's fine. But I would prefer to not have that be the case. So just for the hell of it, and for science, because I don't know anyone that's replaced the V12S tire, at least not that I've seen on video, I bought myself a Michelin Pilot Street 2 that I believe is the right size for the wheel. It's a 16-inch tire, 80/90, and I've put this tire on several wheels over the years, and I've always liked it, so I guess we'll go like this. So we're gonna give that a shot. Now, as far as how this is gonna work, I'm not sure. Inmotion has a V12S teardown video on their site, but they do not have a video that specifically deals with just changing the tire or removing the tire, because the teardown video seems to go into minutia that you would not need to do to just do the tire change. So what I'm basically doing is I watched that video, and then I also watched the P6 tire removal video, and I'm hoping between those two I have a general idea of what I need to do. We'll see. We'll see. I think I have a game plan, but we'll see. This is going to be filmed over multiple days. I'm going to probably just do a couple basic things tonight. Try to get this decorative piece off, get the top off. Because if I'm correct, all I should need to do is disconnect the battery that goes to this side of the wheel. I think that's all I have to do. I'm not positive, so I'll check back in when we get to some interesting parts. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I believe this top piece has to come off. There's 4 screws here, 1, 2, 3, 4, where the trolley handle is, and then there's 4 more here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The ones in the middle are where you adjust the shocks, so don't need to worry about them, but I took it off anyways. And there is some sort of electronics, like wiring running up to this, because the cutoff switch is here, the kill switch, so you have to be careful just not to yank without caution. Okay, so I just reviewed the Kingsong video, and it didn't come apart quite like they said. They're like they illustrate this removing this handle, and there's supposed to be slack here where this cable connects, and there really isn't. So I popped off the top cover, had to disconnect this wire, which goes here, and then I'm fishing down, and this is the wire for the kill switch. So I got that fished out. Let's put all the bolts that came with it. These all seem to be the same bolts. The bolts that hold in the trolley handle and the top. So I'm gonna just set those aside with the part, because I like to stay somewhat organized when I'm doing this mess. Okay, and now I'm trying to remove all these little tiny screws that seem pretty flimsy. Unfortunately, some of them I have kind of under the Velcro a little bit, so I have to kind of pull the Velcro back to expose them. When I put the Velcro on, I did not anticipate doing this task, so it's fine. We'll get there slowly but surely. Not sure how well it shows up, but it looks like someone at Inmotion was a little aggressive with their tightening of this. Maybe it's cross-threaded, but this is kind of stripped out, this screw. So let's see what creative ways I can come up with to get it out. Yeah, that screw will not be going back in. All right, I got that side off. I got the cover off the side off. I used my utility knife to cut this line right here. There's another screw right there I wasn't aware of. So got all the screws out, and then what that does is that makes all of these bolts accessible, which are the bolts that hold the battery case on. Now, what I need to do though is I need to disconnect the battery connection for this side. And I think to do that, I need to remove this. This is like the cellular modem. So I need to go review the video just to make sure I don't do anything stupid. But I think it's just these 2 screws, and then I can get to the battery connection right there, I think. Okay, it's actually 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. This should be able to stay on. I think once I remove this, I will have access to the connection for the right side battery pack, which is what I need. I mean, I appreciate Inmotion putting out the V12S disassembly video, but I mean, they really need to put out something that specifically talks about removing the tire, because that is a much more common scenario, and it appears to me that you have to do far less than what is outlined in that disassembly video. So just, I don't know, maybe they can just link this when someone needs to know how to do a tire. Okay, so this should just lift out. There's a connection right here for it. I'm not gonna, well, I guess I should pull it, I guess. I guess I should, because I'm gonna have this on its side to do the tire, so I don't want that dangling and getting pinched. There we go. Keep the screws with it. And the battery connection is right here, right? Yeah, I think I can get that without taking anything else out. Okay, I pulled them both out, and let's just make sure that this is dead now. Holding down the power button. Okay, we have successfully removed the battery connection for that side. So now, from what I can tell, I need to remove these. I need to remove the bolt that holds on the kickstand and the front light, but I'm only gonna remove this side because I don't need to totally remove those assembly, I don't think. Remember, this is all exploratory, all my first time, but that is my thesis. One other thing they talk about is, removal of the LED strip that's under here. Again, I don't think I need to touch that. I think I'll be able to just get the battery pack and just move it out of the way enough that I will be able to do the tire change without having to disturb any of that stuff. Okay, after reviewing some more, this might be a little uglier than I hoped, because there's securing points in the top of these battery boxes as well, like this frame, the frame for the display. All that stuff connects to the battery boxes on the top, so we're gonna have to get a little dirtier than I hoped. And it looks like I'm gonna have to remove the LED strip, at least on one side. I don't see a way around that. I was hoping this wasn't gonna be quite as involved as it's looking like it's going to be. I know, like with the V13, Inmotion made it very simple to do work on the motor / tire. So it looks like with the V12S, it's not quite as simple, unfortunately. Let's see. So I think I only need to take the light to there. All right, let me dig along here. Okay. If you watch the Inmotion video, the teardown video, they suggest that you take all these assemblies off, like the light, let's see now, the light, the frame for the front end, this frame, they're advising you to take it all off. Instead, I am just removing the screws that attach to the battery box at the top. I did that. I had to remove the metal cover on this side. I had to loosen the light here so I could get some play in here. And I just had to get this loose enough so I could get the one bolt up here, actually on this side, up here, so I can move this around so I can get to that one bolt from the frame that connects down into the battery box. So now all I need to do is see if I can fish the battery cable out, which I'm not 100% positive yet if that's going to be easy or not. But after that, the battery should come out. No, I didn't even have to take the pedals off, but I did have to do way more than I was hoping. Okay, it would definitely be easier if you totally remove this, but let's see what's holding it on. What's holding it on? Okay, just crack that a little bit. The back screw mount thing there. That's okay. Battery's off. Look at that. Battery's off. And I now have access to the tire. Oh my goodness, okay. Not done yet. I need to remove the shock from this side. But I think this is gonna be my stopping point for this evening, and we will pick this up later this week.
2 hours later.
Okay, it's Monday evening. I don't have a lot of time here, but I just thought that I might see if I can get this off, which should allow me to get the shock off, and then I just have to remove the mudguard assembly deal. And if I can do that, I will at least be staged to change the tire, which maybe I'll do tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, so I just removed this, get the 4 bolts down here. After I remove the cover, took that off. 4 bolts there, 2 bolts here. This is the part that connects to the mudguard. Now see, again, because I'm trying to not not take apart everything, you know, like totally remove this top section. It's kind of in the way, but I still think I can work around it. So at this point, I should be able to actually let the air out of the tire and pop this off, I think. So let me see if I can do that. Maybe I can get this tire off tonight. That'll be my stopping point. Okay, I need to break the bead. Let me go use a clamp to do that. I took a little muscling, but, and again, not the most convenient thing doing this with the shock tower kind of just hanging here. But the old tire.
You see that?
And that's what we're going to call it for tonight. And I just discovered a very big problem. Original tire. Pilot Street 2 that I bought. It's not going to fit. You MFer. You MFer. Test, test, test. All right, after a few days, it's now Saturday. My new Chaoyang H626 tire has arrived from eWheels. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to utilize my, even though this is kind of pinched already, it's kind of nice and pinched, which makes it easier to get in. I'm going to use my zip tie trick, where I'll just put a couple zip ties around here to keep it in the pinch position, which you should see will make it much, much easier for me to get this on. I want to make it as easy as possible because I don't have the motor by itself. You know, it's still kind of connected to everything sort of halfway. So I don't want to have to like lean and put crazy pressure on it. So this is a way to make it easier, at least in my experience. Usually I would have to use a lot more than 3 zip ties to keep it shut. But basically what you want is you just want a nice closed edge here all the way around, which will make it much easier to get onto the rim. Because basically all you're doing is you're going to set that thin edge inside the deep channel. I'm trying to do this with all this stuff attached, it's not that easy. You set the edge inside the V in the motor. There's like a V, you stick it in there, and then when you stick it in there, it gives you more room to get it down on the other side. So let me put this on and I'll let you know how tough it is. So usually when I've used this method in the past, I've used some sort of lubricant on the outside of the tire. I don't have anything on the tire right now. I'm just using body weight and it's on. No tools, just 3 zip ties and body weight, and the new tire is on. And the reason I didn't use lubricant, like I have this stuff called bull snot, which is like really slippery, but then I had issues getting that tire to stay seated correctly. And there's a theory that the bull snot might have been too slippery and didn't allow the tire to stick to the rim like you want it to. So we're going raw, no slippery substance required. All right, so I'm having an issue trying to inflate this tire because it was so pinched. I can't get anywhere close to getting it to seat the bead because it's closed, so there's tons of spots for it to leak. So I think that what I'm going to have to do, and I tried clamping a strap to it to kind of squish it on. That didn't work. So what I might have to do is put it back together and then take it to garage that I took the M103 to, and just ask them to pop their high-speed inflator on there and see if I can get it seated that way. Yeah. So I'm moving forward with that being the plan. So let me see if I can figure out how to put the damn thing back together. Okay, 4 bolts here. Torque them up really, really well. 2 bolts here to connect this to the mudguard. Now I'm going to put the shock tower back in. Okay, just reattach the lower shock support, whatever you want to call it. 6 bolts. And I think I'm at the point now where I slide the battery pack back on, I think, and then try to reconnect everything to it. So yeah, let me fight with this for a little bit because I have a feeling it's going to be a fight, and see who wins. Now, if you take it apart like they say, you'd have this piece totally removed. It would be easy to get this battery cable up there. Since I have it connected on the other side, not as easy, but you still just have to kind of jiggle it around, and you can barely get enough space to get everything through here. Route the orange cable up, and now I should be able to get this up into the point where I start to reconnect things, or at least that's the plan. Okay, I've loosely attach those 6 bolts that hold the battery pack to the shock tower. Now I have to try to get in those screws to connect the battery pack at the top. That's going to be fun. Okay, I have the back charge port area. Reattached, I have the screws that attach this top piece to the battery boxes, or the bolts. They're back. I have the kickstand on. I need to get this little front plate here where the power switch is. Need to get that reconnected. But we're making some slow and steady progress. All right, I have the wires reconnected in here. I would recommend maybe taking a picture, just when you're taking it apart. Might make it easier for you reassembling. Pretty confident I have everything where it's supposed to go. There's a combination of 4 bolts that are used to hold in the trolley handle, 4 bolts to hold in the top cover, putting those back in. And then I should be to the point where I can try to turn it on. I'm not gonna even put the sides back on until I take it to a place to hopefully get the tire inflated. So that's the plan. Shit, as I'm putting it back together, I notice I have this sitting on the counter. This is the cellular modem. To be quite honest, I don't have a need for it. I'm gonna just leave it out. I'm just gonna leave the damn thing out. If I need to put it in, it's easy to do. Take the cover back off. There's 3 bolts to hold it on, but yeah, I'll be okay without it. I don't expect to be in a position where my wheel could possibly be stolen. So, all right, let's try to turn this on. Okay, wish me luck. Oh, baby! It lives. Imagine that. Wow. Okay. Oh, I got a triangle though. Red triangle. What is it? What's the matter? T-box communication failed. It's talking about the probably the cellular modem. I'm sure that's the T-box. I don't know, maybe I'll replace that then, now that I'm seeing that it's going to generate an error on the wheel, or maybe I can just disable it. I don't know. But all right, next stop is gas station. See if they can help me. Hopefully they can.
2 hours later.
And there it is. Yeah! The Chaoyang H626 properly seated on the rim. I took it to Tires Plus like I did with my M10 III, and yeah, they had to use their high-speed inflator to get it on. Not easy. It was like a 3-man job. I had 2 of them, and I was helping to hold it onto the machine that they used to pop it onto the rim. But it's good. Good to go now. There's no way I could have done that myself. No way. Gave them 20 bucks and called it good. So all right, I had them inflated to 30 psi. I'm going to take this out on the road. I did take the time to pop the cover back off and install the cellular modem because I didn't want to have an exclamation point all the time on my screen, letting me know that I don't have a cellular modem. So let me just take it for a quick ride, see how it is, and I'll be back to wrap these things up. Okay, just got back from a little 2-mile test ride, wearing Crocs and no gear. Don't do that. Tire feels good. It feels good. It felt more stable than what I'm used to. I got it up to 29 miles an hour, and yeah, it felt good. It looks like it's pretty well balanced on the rim. There wasn't like a thumping or wobbling that I've had with other tire replacements I've done in the past, so that's good. That's a relief. But yeah, it's back up and living. The V12S, it's alive. It's alive. Yeah, no pads either. I didn't put the pads on yet either, but it's a relief. It's a relief. I mean, the fact that it was pretty involved to take apart, and that there was almost a week in between disassembly and reassembly, that had me a little less than confident, because I didn't have where things went fresh in my mind, but I figured it out, and yeah, seems good. No creaks, no weird sensations, no weird sounds. I think we're good to go. I did turn on sound wave on this. I forgot how Inmotion has sound wave. Did turn it on. For some reason I kind of like it. It's not good when you're shooting video and riding, but otherwise I kind of like it. I don't know. I don't know what that says about me. But anyways, V12S tire change complete. So if you guys found this video interesting, please think about giving it a big thumbs up if this is your first time visiting the channel. Please consider subscribing. And if you're going to subscribe, or if you already are a subscriber, hit the notify bell that's over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Are you considering swapping the tire on your V12S? Big thanks to E-Wheels as well. E-Wheels supplied me the tire, the Chaoyang H626. Thank you, Jason, for getting it to me in a few days. And one more thanks to my channel members. Get all sorts of perks. Right now I have, I think, 28, last time I checked. Right, there's a list of them over there. And I appreciate your support. If you're interested in finding out more about channel membership, it's very inexpensive. If you hit the join button, it tells you the perks that you get. There's a bunch of them. So, but I think that's it. If you made it to the end of the video, this is probably a longish video. Usually tire installation videos are on the long side. If you made it to the end of the video, let me know by putting in the comments hashtag V12S tire swap. That will let me know that you made it all the way to the end. So otherwise, hope you guys have a great weekend. Right now it's Saturday, late Saturday afternoon. Hope the rest of your weekend's good. I hope mine is as well. I hope I don't have to do any tire changes on EUCs anytime in the immediate future, any more of them. And that's it. Till next time, Duffman out. As I mentioned in the video, my veteran patent already has this tire. So that's what the tire looks like with several hundred miles on it. That's what it looks like brand new. Two 16-inch suspension wheels that I am quite fond of.